Welcome back, everybody, to the Discraft Great Lakes Open, presented by the Disc Golf Pro Tour. I'm Sarah Hokom here with Juliana Korver. We are in round 2 with the lead card on the back 9.
Even with some unfortunate luck, Kat has pulled to within 1 of Paige. Kristin is right behind, 1 back of Kat, and I'm still at 3 under.
Look at our leaderboard. Haley has crept all the way up into a tie for 4th. Vying for that 4th spot is also a whole handful of folks.
This is hole 10. It is 428 feet. It's par 3 with 57 feet of elevation gain. Obviously, you want to stay in the fairway, but distance is also key on this hole because the approach is made much, much easier with even 10 to 20 more feet on the drive. The approach is restricted on the right by that tree. If you can get close to that tree, it makes this much simpler.
Kristin with a grace. A lot of wind out there. But great shot. Gets it in almost into circle 2 with a simple approach to the pin. Kat with her X3. Ooh, little air bounce pushes her left, and actually that's a good roll.
Yes. Yeah, that was a very good roll. Being on that side is an easier way to approach the pin.
Paige with a Zeus doesn't like it. A little lower than she was expecting. But still in front of that tree, making the approach simple in comparison.
I'm throwing a turn here.
Great shot. I like that right side much more than the left side. And yeah, you even got to that little gap on the right.
Yeah, I liked my position here. I hated my throw here.
Oh, dang it. Kat also leaves it a little short, but she's been putting really well today. That should be no problem. Kristin with good touch. Ooh, is that a headwind you're dealing with?
It felt very swirly.
Catrina gets the par. No birdies on this hole yesterday, and none today as either one of the harder holes on the course. Playing as the 3rd most difficult. Quite a bit of score separation on the 2nd card on this hole as well.
Hole 11, 370-foot par 3. The drive off the tee is important as you want to position yourself so that you have an open shot up the hill towards the pin. But the gap to the pin is pretty wide, so the landing area is also very generous. There is a pretty significant upward slope towards the basket, and it continues past the basket, so it feels like you can kind of go for this one on your 2nd shot.
Just off to the right. She could be a little blocked for those upper trees, but should be simple, a fairly simple approach. Kat with an X3. Catches the trees. And it looks like it drops. Paige laying up, something we don't see too often from her. But really good position.
I really think that's a smart move on this hole because unless you're pretty confident that you can get within putting distance, it does you no benefit to be farther up that hill. It's a pretty easy shot from the opening.
And I think that's an adjustment on her play, her strategy, because yesterday she got a putt and rolled away several times on this one.
The green is very steep.
Ooh, that looks nice.
Great shot. Thank you.
I'm throwing an AVRX up to the basket.
Good height.
There you go. Yeah, there's a trail that goes right there.
Ooh, Catrina with an F7 Hail Mary shot. The no look. And she gets a putt. Not a fun putt, but I mean, I guess it could be fun if you're if that's your thing. Kristin resigning to the high gap because of those trees in her way that leaves it off to the right with a difficult putt back at the basket. Cat to save her par. Oh, sit. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, man. And it's going to roll behind her. Ah, well, at least she'll be able to jump it if she wants. But, oh, man, side hills. They're so difficult to get the right power forward. And the line, I always miss these left or right. Sit. No. Oh, my gosh.
This is painful to watch.
Now lay it up. Okay.
There you go.
Man, that's kind of a round crusher. Paige for par. Takes the knee to make the basket level. And Kristin in the rough, but open look. Another good par, and Cat will drop back with a triple. Whew, that's such a difficult thing to recover from. Got a shout out to Lydia Lyons, who threw that in for a 2 today as well.
This is hole 11. It's 370-foot par 3. Provision Financial is sponsoring today's drone shots. Check out their website at provision.financial.
Kristin with a grace. Wow, that is the farthest shot I've seen on this hole.
That was huge. This hole is only 267 feet, but it plays so far.
Paige with a passion, early release.
She did manage to get through much of that. I'm throwing a turn.
Nice. C2. Cat with an X3. Pushing that right side just perfectly.
Yeah, huge.
Excellent shot. Even from just outside the circle, this hole is the putt on it is this blocked with those right side trees. But this is a pretty open look. Nice pitch up. Catrina for birdie. Kristin cashing in to come within 1 of Paige.
Moving on to hole 13. This is a 526-foot par 4 with 69 feet of elevation loss. This is one of my favorite holes. The drive is significantly downhill and ideally ends up in this gap that we can see right now. Then there is an open approach shot to the pin, which is even lower than that landing area.
Kristin with a grace on a hyzer. It flips up really well into that headwind. And it's a great position. A little far to the right, but it's open. It should be open enough for her to get a shot to the green.
There was a pretty noticeable headwind on this hole.
Catrina with a PA1. Oh, that's good.
Yep, she's lined up in the opening.
Paige with a soul. Ooh, another kind of early release. She'll be pinched on that left side with either she'll have to take either the woods or lay up. And Roadrunner. Needs to get through that tree. Oh, wow. Right to the rocks. Perfect position.
This hole played as the second easiest of the day, averaging 3.66.
Great shot by Kat. She throws a putter so well. So Paige is looking to go through the muck. Oh my gosh, wow. Just outside the circle.
Throwing an AVRX.
Oh yeah. Easy tap in. And Kristin is farther right than I thought, and we'll have to go through some gaps.
It's actually far enough right that she's got a line.
Paige for birdie. Oh, wow. She's like, Kristin, you're not tying it up. I'm going to get this one too. Saves it after the errant tee shot. And with the miracle shot through the woods, cashing in on the 35-footer.
Beautiful putt.
Cat to keep pace. Excellent. So star frame on the leader card.
Here we have Paige sitting at 12 under, still one ahead of Kristin. Kat falling back just a tiny bit, still in third place. Heather Young making a little bit of a move, and Haley King now at 8 under for the day.
Also got a shout to Heather Young, who got that last hole all the way to the green and made the putt for eagle.
Wow. This is hole 14. It is 516-foot par 4 with 50 feet of elevation gain. This hole is very reminiscent of hole 2. It takes 2 long drives to have a chance at a birdie. The basket is on the left side of the fairway, and it is blind from the second shot.
Kristin with a grace.
Asking it to move right so that she's not in that tall grass. The tall grass is not out of bounds, but it does hinder your run-up significantly.
Catrina with an H3. Oh, excuse me, X3. Ooh. Right in that ditch. That'll be a difficult footing. Paige with a Zeus putting it on a turn.
A lot of height on that. And a lot of distance.
Do you think throwing the backhand, it's better to be on the right side of the fairway than the left? Or does it not matter?
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
I'm throwing a turn.
Yeah, beautiful. Because you cut a little bit of distance from that left side.
Exactly.
Ooh, I like the grunt. Get it. You needed that extra little... You'd have been outside the circle without that grunt. Cat with her F7 from a restricted stance.
Very powerful.
She's got a look. Kristin throwing that blind shot up the wood, up the hill. Long putt for birdie. And Paige, the closest.
Paige is so close. I think she's throwing a putter here.
Yeah, it looks like her putter, and she gets a really pretty easy putt, 15, 20 footer. Kristin from 60. Really good look at it. And the rollaways continue for Catrina. Oh. Paige for birdie. Oh, man. The basket is impenetrable. Kristin for par.
Yeah, this basket was not kind to us.
Yeah, one of the more difficult holes, even like you compared it to hole 2, which I agree, but it's just a little bit longer. So Kat losing a stroke to the leaders.
Hole 15, 567 feet, par 4, 15 feet down, then 7 feet up. This unique and interesting hole has players throwing either straight to get to the landing area or trying to do a big turnover to take off some of the distance. The basket is on a mound and it slopes away in 3 directions.
Kristin with a grace.
Really nice.
Paige going soul. Ooh, that needs to flip. Oh, it does. I was worried. She wasn't. Ooh, I haven't seen this one yet.
This is a leopard 3.
Okay.
I'm trying to just lay up into that landing area.
It's a stop. Ooh, look a little pinched. Cat with the H3V2.
Another
yeah.
beautiful shot.
The crowd likes it.
Makes this hole so much easier.
So you're not really pinched, but the run up is, oh wow, it just dropped. That wind is kind of swirly out there. That'll be good for par, though. You know, I mean, if you're pinched over there, don't get a run up. Par is good on this hole. Paige getting the square on the tree that bounces it right back to the short grass. That's fortunate. Cat with PA1 right up there by the pin, looking to get a stroke on Paige. Kristin pushing that left side. Leaves herself an intimidating side hill putt.
I had kind of a goofy branch in front of me that made me throw that higher than I wanted to.
I think I'd rather be on the downhill side, though, on this one. Ooh, Paige making a run at it.
Beautiful putt by Kristin.
Kristin tying it up. Nice. Cat with the birdie to come within 3 of the 2 leaders.
From this angle, it looks like the chains almost pushed that one out.
I agree. It did. It looked like the cage caught it on the backside, or coming back as it was trying to pop.
This is 16. It is 396 feet, par 3, 13 feet of elevation loss. This hole is reachable if you can successfully get by the trees, which is not an easy feat. There was quite a bit of wind, mostly in our faces on this hole.
Kristin going with a grace. It's caught up early. She'll have those cedars to contend with. Cat with an H3V2. Needed to put more turn on that. That'll be a very tricky approach. She'll have to go under those cedar trees. Paige lining up her passion. Ooh, getting turned into those trees. Man, the wind is so hard to manage.
Yeah, I thought that looked good out of her hands. She knew it was going to turn over. I'm throwing a wraith here.
Get through. Oh, this looks great. Filter. Yes, open look. A little bit long and downhill, but I think everyone else has way worse lies. Was that a disc choice change because of the wind?
Yes, very definitely.
Beautiful. Cat goes around the cedars. Kristin without much of a look for birdie, but puts it close. She got all the way through that front side. Looks like she's got a putt. And a little layup from you.
Hole 17, 755 feet, par 5, 23 feet of elevation loss, then 26 feet of elevation gain. Distance is key on this picturesque hole. The land slopes right to left along the right side of the fairway, and there is an OB line that defines the left-hand side. Players try to shoot to the opening on their second shot so they can then go up on this steep incline to the basket.
A lot of wind on this hole. Kristin going with her grace. That needs to get left. Ooh, is she in that huge bush?
That bush
Ugh,
was not forgiving.
Cat stabling up to her D2. Still turning into that bush, the magnet bush. Paige hopefully can get a read on what just happened. Going with the Zeus. Putting it way out left, and it's still turning.
This is a crush.
That's great. Pretty flat ground. She might have an eagle look from there.
I'm throwing a destroyer here.
And the magnet bush again. Man. Jeez.
I had a hard time getting to my disc.
Yeah, it looks like it's, I mean, it's a huge, I mean, look how tall that thing is. It's like twice as tall as you are. And like 3 times as tall as Cat. Pitch out. Oh, man.
This is a halo turn.
Nice. Kristin also pitching out. And Cat from her third. Crushing it around the big tree into the next bush.
So close to getting around that bush, which would have put her in the open.
Paige looks like she's going for the eagle. Get in there. Oh, wow. Edge of the circle putt. Kristin on her third. Ooh, that's a great shot.
Yeah, beautiful line. Really takes a lot of power to be able to do either with those shots. Throwing a Mako 3 here.
Oh, that wind just grabbed it right away.
Yeah, I thought I had it and just pushed it down.
F7 tomahawk. That'll be a very difficult putt to save the par. It's so far uphill. You can barely see the basket, and you have rollaway potential behind it, which has been a bit of Cat's nemesis today, but not this time. Kristin to save the birdie, even after pitching. Oh, sit. No. Ugh, obstructed uphill. Little layup for the par.
Yeah, just trying to lay that flat so it doesn't go anywhere.
And Paige for eagle. Chain out left. Kristin for par. Chain out left. Dang, what a difficult green. Paige gets the easy tap in birdie. And bogeys abound on the rest of the card. So Paige extends her lead by 2 over Kristin going into the final hole.
Hole 18, 315 feet, par 3, 52 feet of elevation gain. Players shoot through the gap off the tee with a left to right turning shot. Shots that do not turn risk the OB line on the left-hand side.
Paige going Zeus and hits those branches and drops.
I would have liked to have seen how far up the fairway she would have gotten if it hadn't hit that.
Kristin with her rive. On a hyzer. Gets a ricochet. And she's still only 100 feet away. Cat with the Spectrum X3. Beautiful.
Throwing a Roadrunner.
Cat is a little bit out of there, but short grass. Little sidearm approach, perhaps? No.
Nah.
Sneak it around the corner. Kristin with a little sidearm approach with her harp. And Paige from way back for birdie. Cat trying to grab another stroke. An intimidating putt with the huge crowd you guys had. Man.
Not how I wanted to finish.
I feel like that happens a lot on the screen. The 20-footers feel like 40-footers. Paige tapping in for her par. As will Catrina and Kristin. So we've got a battle brewing, at least with the top 2, but I think Catrina can put down some big numbers.
Yet Catrina stayed very close despite all of the unfortunate rollaways that she had today.
Yeah, you take a few of those away and she's right there, and you add a few of those to either of the leaders and they're going to drop. So managing those greens, it's going to be an exciting final round out of the toboggan.
Here we have Paige in the lead at 13 under, Kristin 2 behind her, Kat still in 3rd place, and Sarah making a move. Now on the lead card for our round 3. Haley also making a very big move with an 8 under for the day.
What a hot round. Great to see her come back into it. Looking forward to tomorrow. Make sure you join us on Gkpro. Give this video a like and subscribe to the channel.